Alright guys, so these are the last cards we have to open from the 2015 core set. We're going to go ahead and open the core set booster first. Open it up. Oh, nope, not going to show you the card yet. Oh man, struggling on camera. Struggling. I'm going to pull it out. And or actually, I'm going to move these out of the way. So this, we'll just toss aside and flip it. A Foundry Street Denizen is our first card. It's a 1/1 common. Whenever another red creature enters the battlefield, this guy gets a +1 boost. That's a pretty nice speedy card for early aggro. Helioid's Pilgrim, we've seen that before. Child of the Night, we saw that. Ranger's Guile. It's a common instant. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof. It can't be the target of spells or abilities until end of turn. That's pretty nice. Bronze Sable. I think we might have seen this one before. Standard 2/1, nothing to it. Next up is a meditation puzzle. Has Convoke. Your creatures can help cast this spell. You gain 8 life. So this is one of those beefy life gain cards that white always has. Next up is Statue of Denial. Counter target spell. If you control a blue creature, draw a card, then discard a card. So counter and little card draw action there. Krenko's Enforcer. We saw this card before. Marked by Honor is up next. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has Vigilance. Attacking doesn't cause it to tap. Nice little boost there. Hydro Surge is up. Oh man, I can't speak. What is going on? Hydro Surge is up next. Target creature gets -5/-0 until end of turn. This is pretty nasty. Really cheap spell cost as well. This can definitely be an annoying card. Cherubai Merc Lurker. It gets +1/+1 as long as you control a swamp. And if you pay 1 colorless, 1 swamp, you get a target creature gets lifelink. So running blue-black, it's a decent card. Stab Wound is up next. Uncommon enchantment. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2. At the beginning of the upkeep, that player loses 2 life. So this is pretty nasty. You get the debuff on the creature and the life penalty. That's pretty nice. Wall of Limbs. It's a zombie wall. It's a defender, can attack. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on Wall of Limbs. If you pay this huge cost, target player loses X life, where X is Wall of Limbs power. So this is definitely something like a threat you'll be building up that they'll have to deal with, or they'll take a huge chunk of damage. Nice little utility there. I'm not sure if it would be like a kind of a go-to card, but it has some nice utility, especially if you plan on beefing that sucker up. We have a rare here, rare artifact, Grind Clock. Put a charge counter on Grind Clock. Target player puts the top X cards on his or her library into his or her graveyard, where X is the number of charge counters. So nice little control artifact here. Oh, great. What a fantastic card to end with. A land. Super awesome. Whoa. Saving the best for last. Awesome. Alright. So let's go ahead and we'll go with Journey to Nyx booster next. So see if I could open this one a little easier than the last one. Not going to show you guys the card yet. Not going to show you. Going to toss the wrapper. Take this one out. Slap it down over there. Flip it and show it. Humbler of Mortals is up first. Pretty beefy card here. Has Constellation. Whenever Humbler of Mortals or another enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, creatures you control gain trample until end of turn. So that is a beefy card with a nice little utility there. Font of Return. Sacrifice this and return up to 3 creatures from your graveyard to your hand. Kind of a, standard ability with black cards being able to, sacrifice and return things. Aerial Formation has Strive. It costs 2 colorless, 1 swamp more to cast for each target beyond the first. Any number of target creatures each get +1/+1 and gain flying. So that card could get pretty costly pretty quick. Really cheap to initially cost. But then if you want to try to do more, it gets pretty costly. Magma Spray. I think we saw this before. Eagle of the Watch we've seen before. This artwork's pretty cool. I kind of like that. That's pretty nice artwork. I am struggling to talk. I'm not even going to try to say that. Obstinacy? Obstinacy. I'm thinking that's how you say it. I am struggling to speak today, so some of these words are just killing me. Enchant creature you control gets +1/+1. Whenever it deals damage, you can sacrifice this. If you do, destroy target enchantment. Nice little utility there with the +1 or being able to take out an enchantment. That's seems a very useful card. Pin to the Earth we've seen. Pretty annoying, -6, -0 there. Ferris Band Thunderhoof. Pretty standard, just has Heroic on it. Decent, pretty standard card, I would say. Could beef it up pretty fast. Oh man, nope, hopefully you guys didn't see what was there. We have a Gluttonous Cyclops, again with a monstrosity. This is a pretty expensive card all around. Blood Crazed Hoplite has Heroic. And whenever a counter is placed on it, you can remove a counter from a target creature your opponent controls. That is pretty nice utility there, being able to sort of control your opponent's hand and what they do. We've seen this one before. Phalanx Formation has Strive. Any number of target creatures each gain double strike until end of turn. So where before we had the really low cost and the really expensive one, this one actually costs less to put onto more creatures. So that has some nice utility, I'd say. Oh, I need to figure out a way to do this better. Showing all the cards here, whatever. Swarmborn Giant is up next. 6/6, Monstrosity 2. Whenever you're dealt combat damage, sacrifice it though. As long as this monster says read. I guess that's why it has a pretty low casting cost for a 6/6. Because you gotta sacrifice this thing. Here's our rare. Dictate of Helioid has Flash. Creatures you control get +2/+2. Not bad, not bad. And then, oh great. Are we gonna end? Does every pack come with a land? Is that the deal? Is that what we're dealing with here? Always ending with the land. Kind of a buzzkill. Next up we have Born of the Gods. Let's open this bad boy up. I'm going to take a peek at that last card and see if it's a land again. Because I don't want to just keep ending on lands. Like the most boring thing ever. Alright, so you gotta open it. Gonna toss this aside. Take this out. Oh wait. What is this? Oh, okay. So we actually got a... Yeah, okay, so the last card is a land. But this is kind of cool. We got a little, like, soldier token here. That came with the deck. That's pretty nice. Token cards are always kind of nice to have. Setessan Starbreakers after first. Whenever it enters the battlefield, destroy target aura. Forsaken Drifters. When it dies, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard. I guess this could have some decent utility if you have cards that bring your graveyard back into your hand. That could be an interesting way to get some cards. Exile target tapped creature. Nothing too fancy there. Scouring Sands is up next. It deals 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls and has Scry 1. So, decent way of just being annoying or, knocking out weenie decks. Chorus of the Tides. Flying and Heroic with Scry 1. So, lots of little utilities with this card. Pretty nice. Impetuous Sunchaser is next. It's a 1/1 with Flying and Haste. It attacks each turn if able. So this is a nice little early aggro card right there. Ferris Band Tromper has Inspired. Whenever it becomes untapped, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. So that's pretty awesome. You get that boosted up pretty fast. Deepwater Hypnotist also has Inspired. But this one is when it becomes untapped, target creature gets -3/-0. That's a really nice way to be annoying. Crypsis. Target creature you control gains protection from your opponent's control until end of turn. Untap it. Not bad, not bad. Reckless Reveler. Oh man. This is just full of me struggling today. Reckless Reveler. Sacrifice it, destroy target artifact. Sky Reaping. Uncommon sorcery. Into our uncommons now. Deals damage to each creature with flying equal to your devotion to green. Each forest in the mana costs of permanents you control counts toward your devotion to green. Okay, I see how that works. So decent, I guess a decent way to do damage. Maybe in like take out some early creatures or with flying, huh? So this is a pretty specific utility just to knock out flying creatures. Maybe probably like a sideboard card. You kind of know what your opponent's rolling with. Forlorn Sudama has Intimidate and Inspired. Whenever it becomes untapped, you may pay 2 colorless, 1 swamp. If you do, put a 2/2 zombie token onto the field. Okay. Nessian Demoloch has Tribute 3. As this creature enters the battlefield, an opponent of your choice may place 3 +1/+1 counters on it. That seems like a really weird thing. So as it enters the battlefield, your opponent can give it +3/+3? I guess if they have a card... Oh, there we go, that's why. Duh. Way to go, Johnny. Maybe you should keep reading. If the tribute isn't paid, you destroy non-creature permanent. Maybe I should keep reading, and then it would make more sense. And our rare is a Forge Stoker Dragon. Oh, that guy is just getting destroyed there by the Dragonfire. 5/4 rare, flying. You pay 1 colorless, 1 mountain, and it deals 1 damage to target creature. That creature can't block for this combat. Activate this ability only if the dragon is attacking. So not bad at all. Alright, so this is it. This is going to be our last deck. This was actually, I wanted to get the Fat Pack from this set, but I messed up and bought from the same set as the box. So let's see what we perhaps would have gotten had I actually purchased the Fat Pack correctly. Alright, so I'm going to take it out. Oh man, what's this? Nothing. Take out the land, which is a mountain, and flip it. Demolish is up first. Destroy target artifact or land. Pretty normal red utility there. Leaf Crown Dryad. Bestow. So you could turn it into an aura. It has reach. Or enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has reach. It's a nice little versatility there. God's Willing. I think we've seen this before. Nessian Courser. Standard 3/3, nothing to it. Shredding Winds. It deals 7 damage to target creature with flying. Wow, so if you're, this is a nasty card for anyone with flying. Pretty cheap spell cost too, I guess just because it's so specific. But this will pretty much knock out just about any flying creature, right? Boulder Fall. Oh my gosh. Boulder Fall. It deals 5 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures or players. That seems like a really high spell cost for just dealing 5 damage that you could divide up. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that card. Maybe I'm wrong, but that seems like a lot of work for not a lot of payoff. Next up is a Spearpoint Oread. Has Bestow 5, or Bestow 5 colorless, 1 mountain. Has First Strike, or enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has First Strike. Vulpine Goliath has Trample, 6/5. Pretty nice. Just sort of a beefy card. A Yoked Ox is next. Is a 0/4, 1 plain cost. So I guess decent if you want to stop early attacks, like a delay deck, or if you want to boost this guy up. Baleful Edelin, I'm guessing is how you say that. It's a Bestow, it has Death Touch, or enchanted creature gets +1/+1, it has Death Touch. Into our first uncommon here, Tormented Hero. It enters the battlefield tapped, and it has Heroic. So each time you cast a spell that targets him, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain life equal to the life lost this way. So if you're playing in a format where you have multiple people you're playing against, that's a pretty nice way to be annoying. Otherwise, you're basically just gaining 1 life, which isn't bad. Especially since black has a lot of ways to use life as a resource. So it's just sort of gaining extra life. Next up we have Horizon Scholar. It's a flying, it has Scry 2, 4/4. Nothing too fancy about that. I believe this is our last uncommon. It is a Spellheart Chimera. Has flying, trample, and its power is equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. So sort of more of like a mid to late game card. Nice little utilities though with the flying and the trample. And our rare, sick. Our rare is the Ashen Rider. That is pretty cool. Look at that beast. Look at that beast. Flying, when Ashen Rider enters the battlefield or dies, exile target permanent. Oh, so that is pretty nifty. So when it enters the battlefield or dies, so does that mean you get to exile 2 permanents then? Once when it enters the battlefield and once when it dies? Or do you pick? I'm not sure. I guess I would have to look that up. That is pretty nice. So that is going to do it for my first pack opening here. We just did the 2015 Magic the Gathering core set. Oh, spread it out. Spread it out. Enjoy the colors. So next time around, I think we might jump into the fat pack. I'm not sure how many of those packs we'll get to, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully I didn't stumble over my words too much, and I'm pretty hyped about opening these card packs. Like I said, it's been so long since I've played Magic. It's pretty cool to see some of these newer cards, and who knows, maybe it'll get me back into playing some local tournaments and stuff. Not that I have the greatest tournament record by any means, but playing for fun is always nice. So once again, I am Johnny Two Thumbs 17. Be sure to like and favorite this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you are on Facebook or Twitter, be sure to add me. Follow my video game blog on Tumblr, and add me on Instagram. The name for all those sites is Johnny Two Thumbs 17. That's Johnny, the number 2, thumbs, the number 17. And all those links will be down in the description below. I'll catch you guys next time.